But what if I told you that this very penny, the 1962 D mint mark Lincoln 1 cent, especially those with rare errors, has been quietly fetching top dollar in auctions across the United States? And not just a few $100s, millions are possible for the most pristine, error-rich examples. Let's begin with a story. Picture a man, ordinary by all appearances, sorting through a box of old coins inherited from his grandfather. As he flips through them, one shiny copper disc catches his eye. It's a Lincoln penny, minted in Denver in 1962, but something seems different. The mint mark appears doubled. His heart skips a beat. Could this really be a rare mint error? This isn't just a coin, it's a time capsule, a piece of American history, and potentially, a ticket to life-changing money. You feel that twinge of excitement, the same excitement collectors feel when they stumble upon a hidden treasure in plain sight. Now, you might be asking yourself, what makes the 1962 D Lincoln penny so special? How could a coin from my childhood possibly be worth millions? The answer lies in rarity, condition, and the unique quirks of the minting process. The 1962 D pennies were produced in massive quantities, yet certain errors slipped through the minting process, errors that today make collectors clamoring with anticipation. Doubled dies, off-center strikes, or repunched mint marks transform ordinary coins into highly sought-after treasures. And here's the secret: even a coin that looks mundane at first glance might be hiding one of these rare anomalies, just waiting for the trained eye, or your curiosity, to uncover it. But let's pause for a moment and ask ourselves, why do people pay such astronomical amounts for a coin that's smaller than a paperclip? Isn't that a little absurd? Pause, perhaps. But consider this: in a world where wealth is often abstract and digital, tangible artifacts like rare coins hold a physical, almost magical connection to history. They are finite, beautiful, and carry a story, stories that people are willing to pay top dollar to own. Imagine holding a piece of 1962, knowing no one else has one exactly like it, and realizing that a single coin could be the bridge between modest savings and financial freedom. Let's shift gears for a moment. You might be sitting there thinking, I've found old pennies in my change before, how do I know which ones are valuable? Or, how do I even sell something like this safely in the USA? These are the exact questions that every collector and seller wrestles with. First, condition is king. Coins that have been preserved with minimal wear, with crisp details and strong mint marks, command the highest prices. Next, provenance and certification matter. A coin graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC instantly becomes more attractive to buyers and auction houses. And yes, even if you've only ever kept coins in jars or old envelopes, there's a pathway from pocket change to millions. Now, if you're still skeptical, let me ask you this: have you ever passed up something thinking it was just worthless, only to later discover it was worth a fortune? That pang of regret isn't just a story, it's real money left on the table. And the 1962 D Lincoln penny error is exactly the kind of opportunity you don't want to ignore. You might even find yourself asking, could my coins be sitting in a drawer, quietly appreciating in value, while I've been blind to their potential? The answer is yes. The United States has a rich history of mint errors that collectors would pay handsomely for, and this particular penny stands out because of both its historical context and its rarity. Let's talk numbers for a moment. While ordinary circulated pennies might be worth a cent, error coins can fetch astounding prices. Some pristine 1962 D pennies with prominent errors have appeared in auctions, attracting bidders from around the world willing to pay top dollar. The thrill of the auction, the rapid-fire excitement as bids climb, the roar of competition, it's addictive. Imagine your coin sitting on that auction block, every second feeling like a heartbeat, until the gavel falls and your simple penny becomes a windfall. And yes, I'm talking about the kind of money that can transform lifestyles, fund dreams, and provide opportunities that ordinary savings simply cannot match. You might now be wondering, how do I actually turn my coin into cash? How do I sell old and rare coins safely? Here's the answer. Start with research, learn the market, understand grading standards, and identify reputable dealers and auction houses. Places like heritage auctions, Stack's Bowers, or local trusted coin shops specialize in handling rare U.S. coins and connecting sellers with eager buyers. And remember, patience is key. Rare coins often take time to find the perfect buyer, but the reward is always worth the wait. The excitement is real, the stakes are high, and every step you take towards selling that penny can feel like walking on the edge of discovery and fortune. Here's a little secret most people don't know: sometimes, the most valuable coins are hiding in plain sight. That old jar of change by your kitchen, the box of coins in your attic, even the coins in your grandmother's dresser drawer, any of them could contain a 1962 Lincoln penny error or similar treasure. And while most people overlook them, you can act now, turning curiosity into action. Ask yourself, what if that seemingly ordinary penny in your pocket could be worth tens of thousands, or even hundreds of thousands of dollars at auction? How would your life change if a coin became a legacy rather than just spare change? Let's return to that story of the man discovering the 1962 penny. The thrill, the disbelief, the careful research, the grading, and finally, the auction. Each step is a mix of tension and hope, a narrative that mirrors the journey many collectors take. The moral is clear: treasure is often where you least expect it, and with knowledge, patience, and a willingness to explore, even the humblest coin can become a ticket to wealth. And for those watching today, you have that same chance. The United States coin history is vast, rich with errors and rare finds waiting to be discovered. So, what's next for you? If you have a collection, or even just a handful of old pennies, take a closer look. Examine the mint marks, check for doubling, off-center strikes, or other anomalies. Ask yourself, could this be my 1962 Lincoln penny error? And if it is, consider the steps to maximize its value: professional grading, connecting with reputable dealers, and, when the time is right, selling in a high-profile auction. The excitement of discovery, the adrenaline of potential profit, and the satisfaction of turning a simple coin into a life-changing asset are all within your reach. And here's the final, motivating thought: the 1962 Lincoln 1-cent penny error is not just a coin, it's an opportunity. An opportunity to connect with history, to participate in a vibrant collector market, and to turn what many dismiss as pocket change into extraordinary wealth. Your journey from ordinary change to financial triumph begins with a single look, a moment of curiosity, and the courage to explore the possibilities. Imagine holding in your hands a piece of history that could instantly transform your financial future. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of one of the most sought-after coins in American numismatics, the 1964 mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny coin error. This isn't just a coin, it's a golden ticket hidden in plain sight. If you've ever dreamed of turning forgotten pocket change into a fortune, then stay with me, because what you're about to discover could change everything. And the quiet hum of American history. 1964 was a year of monumental shifts. From the rise of rock and roll to the unfolding of social change, every penny minted carried the weight of a nation on the cusp of transformation. But among the billions of coins produced that year, a small fraction bore a striking anomaly, a minting error that has collectors across the country chasing it with relentless fervor. This is where the magic happens. You see, coins like the 1964 Lincoln penny aren't just currency, they are rare artifacts that embody the essence of scarcity and desirability. And in the world of rare coins, scarcity equals value. Picture this: you're casually flipping through a stack of pennies, maybe even humming a tune to yourself, when something catches your eye, a subtle imperfection in the coin's design. A small doubling, a misplaced mark, or a slightly off-center strike. That minor flaw, unnoticed by most, is exactly what turns a regular penny into a potential treasure. It's a phenomenon that numismatists call the error coin effect. And here's the exhilarating part: collectors are willing to pay top dollar for these rare misprints. How much top dollar, you ask? In today's auction markets, a pristine 1964 Lincoln penny error can command prices that would make even seasoned investors blink. From pocket change to millions, it sounds like a dream, but for some Americans, it has become a reality. Now, you might be thinking, sure, I've heard stories of rare coins selling for thousands, but how do I know if I have one? That's exactly the question every potential millionaire asks. The truth is, not all pennies are created equal. Experts look for a combination of factors: the coin's mint mark, the clarity of the date, its overall condition, and, most importantly, any anomalies that set it apart from the ordinary. And this is where excitement meets urgency. Every year, more collectors enter the market, and the competition for authentic error coins grows fiercer. The 1964D penny error isn't just valuable, it's in high demand, and the window to capitalize on it is shrinking. Let's pause for a second. Imagine explaining to your friends that the very coins they toss into soda machines or leave in tip jars could be worth more than their weekly mortgage. It's almost comical, isn't it? Yet, this is the power of numismatics, ordinary items hiding extraordinary value. And here's the kicker: millions of Americans still have coins from the 1960s sitting in drawers, unaware of the fortune waiting to be unlocked. So, I ask you again, how many treasures are lying unnoticed in your own home? How many opportunities are slipping away simply because no one recognized them? But here's the critical question: once you discover a rare 1964D penny error, what do you do next? How do you sell old rare coins and ensure you receive maximum value? Many people panic at this point, fearing scams or undervaluation, but the path is straightforward if you take it seriously. Auction houses, reputable coin dealers, and certified numismatic marketplaces are the key channels. They provide authentication and connect you with buyers willing to pay top dollar. Think about it: a single verified 1964D penny error in excellent condition could turn a casual collector into a multimillion-dollar success story. How would that feel, knowing that something as simple as a coin in your pocket could redefine your financial destiny? The excitement doesn't stop there. Consider the stories of everyday Americans who stumbled upon their rare coins in the most unexpected places: attics, old wallets, even between couch cushions. One moment, it was just a forgotten penny; the next, it became a centerpiece of a lucrative auction. And the reason collectors pay such high prices is simple: rarity, historical significance, and demand. The 1964D penny error is highly sought after precisely because few examples exist in top condition, and competition among serious buyers drives prices sky high. The market isn't just favorable, it's feverish. Now, I know what you might be thinking: isn't selling rare coins complicated? How do I ensure I'm not being cheated? These are valid concerns. Selling old and rare coins in the USA requires careful steps. First, authentication is non-negotiable. Third-party grading services assess the coin's condition, verify the mint mark, and document any errors. Then, it's about strategy: choosing the right auction or dealer who understands the value and connects you with genuine collectors. And here's a question to consider: what if you could turn that dusty jar of pennies into a collection worth more than your savings account? That's not hypothetical, it's real, and the 1964D penny error is proof. But let's not forget the thrill of discovery. There's a rush that comes with knowing that in your hand lies a tangible piece of history, one that few others possess. Every curve, every marking on the penny tells a story. It's a connection to the past, a bridge between generations, and a potential doorway to financial freedom. How many people get to experience that? And even better, how many have the chance to monetize it? That's the beauty of collecting and selling rare coins: it combines passion, strategy, and the tangible excitement of wealth creation. Now, here's a pattern interrupt for you. Imagine your neighbor proudly showing off a new smartwatch while you casually pull out a single 1964D penny error from your wallet. The irony isn't lost, is it? Ordinary people hold extraordinary potential right in their hands, yet so few recognize it. And that's exactly why the market is booming. Every year, collectors search relentlessly for coins like this, willing to pay astronomical sums. The demand is real, the value is proven, and the opportunity is here. Are you ready to seize it? Let's tie this all together. From the moment the 1964D penny was struck, no one could have imagined that decades later it would captivate collectors and investors alike. The rarity of the error, combined with the historical context and the ever-growing collector market, makes this coin a true treasure. Whether you're flipping through a jar of pennies, exploring your attic, or considering the coins passed down from generations, remember this: every small discovery has the potential to become monumental. The questions you should now ask yourself are clear: do you know what coins you have? Are you ready to authenticate and sell them? And most importantly, are you ready to turn forgotten change into a fortune? As we conclude, think of this not just as a lesson in coin collecting, but as an invitation. An invitation to uncover hidden treasures, to act with urgency, and to embrace the financial possibilities that ordinary objects can offer. The 1964 D. Lincoln 1-cent penny coin era is more than a coin, it's a key to opportunity, wealth, and even a touch of history in your hands. So, look closely, authenticate carefully, and when the moment comes, connect with the right buyers. From pocket change to millions, it all starts with that one small step: recognizing the treasure you already possess. And finally, here's the ultimate reveal for anyone who has followed this journey with me. In today's market, a top-condition 1964 D. Lincoln penny era has reached its peak value, commanding the maximum dollar collectors are willing to pay. Imagine holding that coin, knowing that something you may have overlooked is now worth the kind of money most people only dream about. So, the question isn't whether you can sell your rare coins, it's whether you're ready to claim the fortune waiting for you. But for collectors and treasure hunters across the United States, that fantasy has a name: the 1971 no-mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny. This tiny piece of copper carries a story that can unlock unimaginable wealth. If you've ever wondered, how can a single coin turn my ordinary life into a millionaire's journey, then stay with me, because today we're diving deep into one of the most sought-after coins in American history, and how it can change your life if you know how to sell it correctly. Back in 1971, the United States Mint produced billions of pennies, each meant to be a humble, everyday coin. But among these countless pennies, some were struck without the familiar mint mark. This tiny omission might seem insignificant to the casual observer, but to the sharp-eyed collector, it represents a rare and valuable error that can fetch an astonishing price in today's market. Now, before you start rummaging through your drawers, let me ask you, do you really know how many hidden treasures you could be holding? Could the pennies you've been tossing into a jar for decades actually be a ticket to financial freedom? It's not just a hypothetical, these coins have been known to sell for amounts that will leave your jaw on the floor. Let's pause for a moment. Imagine this: you're at a garage sale, paying a few cents for what looks like old, forgotten change. You glance down, and there it is, the 1971 no-mint mark Lincoln cent, glinting subtly, almost as if it's winking at you. Your heart races, your palms sweat. Could this be one of the coins that will transform your life? You might even ask yourself, how do I sell old rare coins like this without getting ripped off? That's the moment when excitement, fear, and urgency collide. You realize that knowledge is your most valuable tool here. Knowing the market, knowing the collectors, and knowing the right time to act can turn a pocket change coin into a record-breaking auction price. Now, let's get into the story of why this coin is in such high demand. The 1971 no-mint mark penny is part of a fascinating era in American coinage. During this period, the minting process was evolving, and errors like missing mint marks were rare, but not impossible. These errors are highly sought after because they are tangible pieces of history that tell a story about our nation's past. Think about it: when you hold this penny, you're holding a piece of the year 1971, a year filled with historic moments in culture, politics, and daily life. And yet, only a small number of these coins exist today in pristine or near pristine condition. That scarcity makes them extremely valuable. The question you might be asking is, how do I know if my penny is worth a fortune? The answer lies in learning the details that separate an ordinary coin from a millionaire's dream. Picture this: a collector spots your coin at an auction or in an online marketplace. Their eyes widen. They've been hunting for this exact error for months, maybe even years. Their desire to acquire it overrides any hesitation, and the bidding escalates. You watch, almost in disbelief, as the price climbs higher and higher. Could your coin really be the one that sells for the maximum dollar value, the kind of price most people only read about in magazines? Yes, it could. And it all starts with recognizing the opportunity before others do. Have you ever wondered how to sell old and rare coins in the US for top dollar? This is exactly where timing, presentation, and knowledge come together to create wealth. Let's take a brief detour, because who doesn't love a little humor in the midst of wealth discussions? Imagine telling your friends, "I made more from a penny than most people make in a month." They'll laugh, they'll shake their heads, but deep down, they'll be curious. How did you do it? How can a simple coin turn into such a story? That curiosity is your secret weapon, because it mirrors the curiosity of millions of potential buyers in the coin collecting market. Your next question might be, how do I get started selling coins like this? Or, where do I find buyers willing to pay top auction prices? The answers lie in learning how to authenticate, grade, and present your coins to collectors, auction houses, and specialty coin dealers who understand their worth. Here's where urgency comes into play. Every day that passes, coins like the 1971 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny are scooped up, graded, and sold. The window for turning a coin into maximum profit doesn't stay open forever. You have to act fast, and you have to act smart. But don't worry, it's not about rushing blindly, it's about making informed decisions. Ask yourself, could the coin sitting in my change jar be worth hundreds, thousands, or even tens of thousands of dollars? If the answer is yes, then the next step is education. Learn how to check mint marks, understand grading scales, and know the difference between a coin with minor wear and one that could achieve the maximum dollar in an auction. Here's another angle that often surprises people. The 1971 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny isn't just valuable because it's rare, it's valuable because collectors crave stories. Each coin carries its own history, a tangible connection to a time gone by. Imagine selling your coin and knowing that a collector across the country will treasure it, display it, and possibly pass it down for generations. The satisfaction isn't just financial, it's emotional. It's knowing that something you once held in your hand has become part of history and someone else's legacy. And as you think about selling, you might ask yourself, how do I make money from coins without falling for scams or undervaluing them? That's the beauty of learning from trusted sources, understanding market trends, and connecting with reputable auction houses or coin dealers. Now, let's connect the dots. From the humble beginnings of your 1971 penny to the possibility of a record-breaking sale, the journey is thrilling. You started by noticing a small detail, a missing mint mark. Then came the excitement of discovery, the questions about value, and the anticipation of auction day. The pattern interrupt of humor reminds us not to take ourselves too seriously, but the urgency keeps us focused. By the time your coin reaches its new owner, you've completed a journey from curiosity to action, from ordinary to extraordinary. And that's the magic of coin collecting. It turns everyday objects into stories of wealth, opportunity, and legacy. Before we wrap up, let me leave you with a few questions to ignite your imagination. Have you checked your coin jar lately? Could your loose change be a hidden fortune? How would it feel to hold a coin in your hand that could sell for the maximum dollar value in the US today? How do you navigate the market to ensure your coin reaches the right buyer? Every penny tells a story, and every story has the potential to change your life. From pocket changes to millions, the journey is real, and it begins with recognizing the treasure in your hands. So, what's the takeaway? The 1971 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny is not just a coin, it's a key to opportunity, a symbol of potential, and a highly demanded collector's item that could achieve maximum dollar value in today's market. If you have one, it's time to act. Authenticate it, connect with reputable buyers, and watch as your small coin becomes a monumental step toward wealth. Remember, fortune favors the informed, the curious, and the bold. Will you let your coins sit idle, or will you turn them into a story of financial triumph? The choice is yours. Imagine this, you're casually sorting through a jar of pennies you've kept tucked away in a dusty corner of your home. Maybe you've been saving them since childhood, maybe they came from a relative's collection, or perhaps they just slipped from your pocket without much thought. Now, pause for a moment. What if I told you that one of those ordinary pennies could be the key to a life-changing fortune? That's right, a single coin, sitting quietly in your hand, could be worth more than most people make in a year. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most fascinating treasures in American coin collecting, the 1981 no-mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny error, a coin that has collectors scrambling, auctions buzzing, and everyday Americans asking the same question: could this be in my pocket change? Let's start with the basics, but with a twist. You might know Lincoln pennies as the humble copper coins we toss into fountains, tip servers, or spend on small groceries. But in the rare world of coin collecting, some pennies are anything but ordinary. The 1981 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny is one of these exceptional coins. Normally, pennies from 1981 have a small D or S stamped near the date, showing where the coin was minted. But this particular penny, it's missing that mint mark entirely. And here's where the excitement, and the potential fortune, begins. Imagine holding a coin that slipped through the cracks of the minting process, a coin that, by pure accident, became a rare collector's item worth thousands of dollars. It's almost like finding a lottery ticket in your wallet, but one that can't expire and keeps gaining value with each passing year. Now, I know what you're thinking: how rare could this really be? Are we talking a few coins, or hundreds? The answer will surprise you. The 1981 no-mint Mark era pennies are extraordinarily scarce. Only a small number were accidentally produced and circulated, meaning that every single coin is in high demand. Think about it: hundreds of thousands of regular pennies were made, yet only a handful of these errors exist. Scarcity is the heartbeat of value, and in the world of coin collecting, scarcity plus historical significance equals a potentially life-altering price. So, if you've ever felt that pang of fear holding a coin, wondering if it could be worth anything, this is exactly the moment where that fear turns into exhilarating possibility. Here's a fun little thought: have you ever spent a penny without realizing it was worth more than a cup of coffee? Funny to think about, right? You could have been walking around with a small fortune in your pocket, and never even knew it. That's why collectors, investors, and savvy sellers keep their eyes open for coins like the 1981 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny. But beyond the thrill of discovery, the question remains: how do you turn that coin into real money? How do you go from having an obscure piece of copper to holding a check that could fund a dream vacation, or even a dream lifestyle? And this is where many people hesitate, letting fear of scams, auctions, and mistakes hold them back. Let's break it down. Selling rare coins in the USA isn't about rushing to the first pawn shop you find. It's about understanding the value, positioning your coin correctly, and knowing your audience. Think of it this way: an auction house isn't just selling a coin, they're selling history, rarity, and prestige. The same applies if you choose to sell to private collectors. The better you understand the coin's story, the more excitement you generate, and the higher the price you can achieve. Have you ever wondered why some coins sell for tens of thousands while others barely make the spot price of copper? The difference is the narrative, the story you attach to the coin, the evidence of authenticity, and the timing of the sale. In short, selling coins is an art just as much as it's a transaction. And now, let's trigger that excitement again. Imagine a coin that was once just a part of your loose change suddenly becomes a coveted item at auctions across the country. Imagine seeing bids climb higher, imagining collectors fighting for the chance to own a piece of history. That's not fantasy, that's reality for rare errors like the 1981 no-mint Mark penny. At top-tier auction houses, these coins have reached values that can seem almost unbelievable. And for the everyday American, it's proof that wealth doesn't always come from complex investments or risky stock trades. Sometimes, it's quietly hidden in your household, right under your nose. So here's a question that hits home: could one of your pennies, hidden in a drawer or jar, be worth more than your car? More than your last paycheck? More than you imagined possible? Now, let's talk urgency, because timing matters in the coin world. Unlike stock markets, the value of rare coins doesn't just fluctuate wildly day by day, but the market is highly sensitive to scarcity and demand. If you sit on a coin too long without proper guidance, you might miss the wave of collectors who are actively seeking it. Conversely, selling too early could mean leaving money on the table. That's why learning how to sell coins correctly is crucial. And yes, it's a learning curve, but a worthwhile one. Questions like: how do I know if my coin is authentic? How do I grade it for maximum value? How do I find serious buyers, these aren't obstacles, they're opportunities to educate yourself and turn a small asset into something extraordinary. Here's another twist: not every coin is sold to a stranger in a sterile auction room. Some of the most successful sellers find private collectors, enthusiasts, or specialized coin dealers who understand the emotional and historical value of these pennies. When you present a coin with context, with authenticity, and with clear documentation, suddenly, your ordinary penny transforms into a goldmine. And that's exactly what has happened for 1981 no-mint mark pennies. From simple pocket change to auction showstopper, people have made fortunes with coins like these. Could this be the moment you stop wondering and start acting? Let's inject a little humor to reset our focus. Have you ever considered that the penny you tossed into a parking meter last week might have been a millionaire in disguise? Or that your childhood piggy bank is basically a treasure chest of potential wealth? It sounds wild, but in the world of numismatics, wild things happen all the time. And here's the kicker: the 1981 no-mint mark Lincoln penny is currently among the most sought-after error coins in the USA. Collectors are not just interested, they are practically desperate to find them, creating an environment where competition drives prices sky high, which brings us to a question you might be asking right now: what is the current market value? How much could you realistically earn from selling one of these rare pennies? While values fluctuate based on condition, grading, and auction dynamics, coins in pristine or near-mint condition have reached maximum dollar figures that turn heads and inspire dreams. These are not numbers you casually brush aside, they represent the intersection of history, rarity, and opportunity. If you've ever wondered how to make money from coins, here it is: patience, knowledge, and timing create the pathway from humble copper to substantial wealth. And here's a connecting thought to tie the journey together: from pocket change to millions, every coin has a story. Imagine holding a coin in your hand that seems ordinary, yet could unlock the door to unimaginable wealth. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of one of the most intriguing and highly sought-after coins in United States history, the 1984 Lincoln 1-cent penny, the no-mint mark variety, a coin that has quietly become a treasure for collectors and investors alike. What if I told you that some of these pennies, tucked away in forgotten drawers or piggy banks, could be valued at maximum dollar in today's market? Would you keep scrolling through pocket change, or would you take a moment and examine every coin you've ever touched? The story begins in 1984, a year that marked a time of both simplicity and change in the United States. The Lincoln cent, with its familiar design of Abraham Lincoln's profile, had been in circulation for over half a century. But within the standard minting, a rare error emerged: the no-mint mark Lincoln cent. Most collectors are familiar with the Philadelphia Mint, and a coin without the usual P mint mark quickly becomes intriguing to the eyes of serious numismatists. Why does a small, circular piece of copper hold such value? It's not just the metal, the history, or the image, it's the rarity, the scarcity, the story that whispers to investors: this could be your fortune. Here's where the excitement begins. Picture this: you're sorting through old coins, maybe even coins you inherited, and your eyes land on a 1984 Lincoln penny, no mint mark, looking pristine, almost untouched by time. Your heart skips a beat because deep down, you know this could be more than just a penny. Could this coin be sitting quietly in your possession, waiting to be sold at auction for a sum that could change your life? How many people around the world would give anything for a chance to own a coin like this? The answer: many. And they're willing to pay top dollar. Now, you might be asking yourself, how can a single penny, a coin I've used for decades to buy gum or coffee, be worth thousands, or even tens of thousands, of dollars? That's the magic of rare coin collecting. It's a blend of history, scarcity, and the thrill of discovery. Experts often say that these coins are not just currency, they are stories, frozen in metal, waiting to be told. And here's the kicker: while the average person sees a penny as a trivial object, collectors see opportunity. They see a future investment. They see a chance to transform something as small as a pocket coin into a major financial gain. But let's pause for a moment and ask the question that might be running through your mind: how do I even know if I have one of these valuable 1984 no-mint mark Lincoln cents? The truth is, identification is everything. Look closely at the coin's surface, examine its luster, its wear, and its edges. Compare it with a typical Lincoln cent from 1984 that has the mint mark. The differences are subtle but critical. And here's a small humor break: if your cat knocks it under the couch, don't let it chase it around for hours. This isn't just a toy, it could be your golden ticket. Once you've identified it, the next question naturally arises: how do I sell old and rare coins in the USA, and how do I ensure I'm getting the maximum value? This is where expertise meets strategy. Coins like the 1984 no-mint mark Lincoln penny often fetch incredible prices in auctions. Specialized numismatic auctions, both online and in prestigious brick-and-mortar venues, are hotbeds for buyers who understand the value of rarity. But here's a secret many don't know: preparation is key. Proper cleaning, without damage, professional grading, and authentication can dramatically increase a coin's market value. How do you find trusted grading services? How do you ensure your coin is presented in the most lucrative way possible? These are the questions that can literally turn your pocket change into millions. And speaking of millions, let's talk about the emotional journey. Imagine the excitement of listing a coin for auction, the suspense as bidders from across the globe enter the fray, each competing to own a piece of history. The fear of missing out, the adrenaline as the price climbs. This isn't just selling a coin, this is stepping into a world where ordinary objects become extraordinary assets. How many times have you dreamed of turning a simple habit, like collecting spare change, into a life-changing opportunity? This is that chance. Now, here's a little twist to keep your attention. Did you know that some of the most valuable coins are not the ones that are perfect, but the ones that have subtle imperfections? Minor minting errors, variations, or missing marks create scarcity that collectors can't resist. That tiny imperfection on a 1984 no-mint mark Lincoln penny could make it worth more than a standard high-grade coin. It's like finding a rare vintage watch in a thrift store for a fraction of its true value. This pattern interrupt, this small anomaly, is what drives urgency. Every day, coins like this disappear into private collections, never to be seen again. Will you wait and hope, or will you act now to secure your piece of history? So, what is the current market value? The reality is, a 1984 no-mint mark Lincoln penny, in top condition, can command a staggering sum, maximum dollar for those rare specimens in perfect, uncirculated condition. And that's not just a figure pulled from thin air. Auction records, collector demand, and numismatic appraisals all point to one undeniable fact: scarcity equals high value. The moment to sell or showcase your coin is now, not tomorrow, not next week. And here's a practical, aspirational question for you: how do you go from ordinary coin collector to savvy seller who maximizes profit? The journey starts with awareness, then knowledge, then action. Seek professional appraisers, list coins in reputable auctions, and educate yourself about the numismatic market. Consider this: from pocket changes to millions, every coin has potential, but only if you know how to unlock it. How do you make money from coins? How do you ensure you don't leave wealth on the table? These are not hypothetical, they are actionable steps that transform everyday coins into extraordinary gains. But let's not forget the emotional pull. Holding that 1984 penny, feeling the copper between your fingers, imagining the story it's carried through decades, it's personal. This is your history, your potential, your moment. How many people can say they held a fortune in their palm and didn't recognize it? Don't let that be you. As we move toward the conclusion, let's connect the dots. You've learned about the rarity of the 1984 no-mint mark Lincoln penny, the excitement and urgency surrounding its value, the practical steps to sell it, and the emotional thrill of discovery. Every paragraph, every thought, every question leads to one powerful realization: this isn't just about a coin. It's about opportunity, timing, and recognizing value where others see ordinary objects. From the moment you identify a rare penny to the moment it reaches a competitive auction, you are part of a journey that merges history, wealth, and personal achievement. We're diving into the extraordinary world of the 1991 no-mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny, an error coin that could be worth tens of thousands of dollars to the right collector. Yes, a coin you might have found in your pocket change or old jars sitting in your attic could suddenly become your gateway to unimaginable wealth. Have you ever wondered how ordinary coins can turn into extraordinary fortunes? Or questioned if a simple penny from 1991 could secretly hold millions? The story begins with a seemingly insignificant year, 1991. In the world of coin collecting, every mint mark tells a story. Normally, pennies from this year carry a small D for Denver or P for Philadelphia, yet a rare number were struck with no mint mark at all, a subtle, nearly invisible anomaly that immediately raises eyebrows among collectors. What makes this error so fascinating isn't just its rarity, but the intense demand it has sparked across the United States. Imagine walking into your local coin shop and seeing a gleam that catches your eye, only to realize that this tiny, unassuming penny could fetch tens of thousands of dollars at auction. Are you feeling that tingle of excitement yet? Because you should, but let's pause for a moment. Why does an error coin like the 1991 no-mint mark Lincoln penny hold such value? It's simple, yet profound: scarcity. When the U.S. Mint unintentionally skips a mint mark, it creates a coin that should not exist in circulation. Collectors chase these anomalies like treasure hunters seeking long-lost gold. And here's the secret: the fewer the coins, the higher the value. Some of these pennies, preserved in pristine condition, have been known to sell for jaw-dropping amounts. And here's a question to make you sit up straight: could a penny you found behind your couch cushions be your ticket to a luxury lifestyle? Let's explore the journey of this coin through the three-act story of discovery, realization, and reward. In Act 1, we encounter the coin in its most ordinary state: pocket change, forgotten drawers, the small and unremarkable Lincoln penny that has passed through countless hands. But then comes the spark, the moment you realize that not all pennies are created equal. What if your coin is one of the rare 1991 no-mint mark errors? This is the turning point, the moment of intrigue. How do you even identify such a coin? Look for the absence of a mint mark beneath the year. Examine its condition, its luster, the sharpness of its detail. Each feature adds to its allure and, ultimately, its price. Act 2 is where the excitement builds, the realization of potential wealth. Picture this: you bring your coin to a collector or an auction, and their eyes light up as they recognize the rarity before them. Suddenly, your humble penny is not just copper and zinc, it's a gateway to financial transformation. But how do you ensure you receive maximum value? How do you navigate the world of coin auctions, appraisals, and private collectors? Here's where many stumble, but it's simpler than you think. Professional grading services can authenticate your coin, ensuring buyers trust its value. Once graded, the coin can be listed in high-end auctions where serious collectors bid fiercely. The urgency here is palpable: these coins are rare, and the market is hungry. Missing the moment could mean leaving tens of thousands of dollars on the table. Can you afford to wait? Now, let's take a playful pause. Imagine telling a friend, "I made more money from a penny than you will in a month." They'll laugh, but the reality is real. The thrill of uncovering hidden wealth in something so commonplace ignites a mix of fear, excitement, and sheer adrenaline. It's the kind of discovery that keeps coin collectors awake at night, scanning old jars and dusty drawers. Could your next coin find be the one that changes everything? How often do you get a chance to turn pocket change into a life-altering fortune? In Act 3, the journey reaches its peak: reward and action. By now, you understand the value of the 1991 no-mint mark Lincoln penny. You know its rarity, the collector demand, and the potential financial payoff. But awareness alone isn't enough. To truly benefit, you must act. Selling rare coins in the U.S. involves connecting with the right auction houses, knowing how to present your coin, and understanding market trends. High-demand coins attract serious buyers, and every detail, from coin condition to provenance, can dramatically increase your payout. How can you maximize your earnings? Should you sell locally, online, or through an auction? The answers are waiting for those who step forward. Consider this: the 1991 no-mint mark Lincoln penny isn't just a coin, it's a symbol of opportunity. It teaches a valuable lesson: wealth often hides in plain sight, waiting for the observant and the bold to claim it. And the beauty of it? It's accessible to everyone. You don't need millions to start, you just need curiosity, diligence, and the willingness to look beyond the ordinary. Imagine holding a coin today that could tomorrow make headlines, changing your life forever. Wouldn't that be exhilarating? Let's connect the dots. From discovering the coin, to verifying its authenticity, to presenting it to collectors, every step is a part of a thrilling journey. It's not just about money, it's about mastering the art of value recognition, understanding rarity, and seizing opportunities before they vanish. And here's a question that hits the core: how many people ignore coins in their own homes, unaware that they are sitting on treasures worth tens of thousands? Don't be one of them. Now, you might be wondering, how do I sell old rare coins safely in the US? How do I make sure I get maximum dollars? The answer lies in preparation. Professional grading, expert appraisals, and reputable auction platforms are your allies. Build knowledge, connect with collectors, and stay informed about market trends. And remember, time is a factor. The market for rare coins is competitive, and hesitation can cost dearly. Are you ready to transform that forgotten penny into a financial masterpiece? By now, you can see why this coin ignites such excitement. From pocket change to millions, the journey is real, tangible, and emotionally compelling. The thrill of uncovering a rare 1991 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny is matched only by the joy of knowing that with the right strategy, your discovery could translate into life-changing wealth. Wouldn't you want to hold that coin and imagine the possibilities? How many times does life present an opportunity that combines history, rarity, and immense financial potential all in one small object? Let's bring it all together. Every 1991 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny tells a story of scarcity, value, and the power of recognition. It challenges you to look closer at what others dismiss, to question the ordinary, and to seize the extraordinary. It reminds you that hidden wealth isn't a myth, it's waiting for those who have the courage and knowledge to claim it. And here's the climactic point: at the peak of market demand, a pristine 1991 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny has been known to reach the maximum dollar value, a testament to its unparalleled desirability. That's right, a coin you might have overlooked could literally be worth tens of thousands, unlocking doors to a lifestyle of luxury, freedom, and opportunity. Imagine holding a tiny piece of history in your hand, a coin so ordinary, most people toss it into the register without a second thought. Yet, what if I told you that among those pennies, there lies a hidden treasure worth more than you ever imagined? Today, we're diving deep into the world of the 1995 no-mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny, a coin that could transform your pocket change into a fortune. Yes, you heard that right. From loose coins in your drawer to the kind of money that makes millionaires blink twice, this penny is not just metal, it's opportunity, waiting for the right eyes to recognize it. Are you ready to discover how something as small as a penny could unlock a life-changing payday? Let's set the scene. It's 1995. America is buzzing with energy. The economy is thriving, and families are saving every coin they can. The Lincoln penny, already an American icon, continues to circulate, mostly unnoticed. But hidden in the midst of these everyday pennies is the no-mint Mark error, the one that collectors dream about. Why does it matter? Because the absence of a mint mark is not just a quirk, it's a rare anomaly, an imperfection that makes this penny extremely sought after by collectors and investors alike. The value? Some of these coins are fetching eye-popping amounts in today's market, with current prices soaring into the thousands of dollars. Think about that, a coin you might have ignored in your change could be worth a small fortune, but how does a simple penny reach such extraordinary value? It starts with scarcity. When a coin is missing its mint mark, it becomes an anomaly. The 1995 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny is a product of a unique moment in the U.S. mint's history, a production error that means only a few of these coins exist in perfect condition. That's the key: rarity combined with demand. And here's where the excitement kicks in: every day, countless coins are spent, lost, or forgotten, and yet, hidden among them are these hidden gems. Could you imagine finding one in your pocket change right now? I mean, wouldn't you want to check every penny in your jar after hearing that? Pause for dramatic effect. Don't worry, I've been there myself, and the thrill of holding one of these rare pennies is something you never forget. Now, let's talk about the emotional triggers, the fear and excitement that make this coin a goldmine. Fear, because the opportunity could slip through your fingers if you don't act. Every penny you spend could be a missed chance at wealth. Excitement, because just a single coin could change everything. Picture this: you're sifting through an old drawer, maybe even your childhood piggy bank, and there it is, the 1995 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny. Your heart races. Your palms sweat. This tiny coin could unlock the kind of money most people only dream about. How many times have you wished your pocket change could make you rich? Today, that wish is closer to reality than ever. Here's a question for you: how do you even know if you have one? That's where knowledge becomes your greatest asset. You look closely at the penny. There's no D for Denver, no P for Philadelphia. Just Lincoln, minted in 1995, with an unmistakable gleam that hints at its rarity. The experts will tell you condition is everything. Coins in uncirculated condition, showing minimal wear and flawless detail, command the highest prices. So, even if you think your collection is ordinary, take a closer look. How many coins have you passed by, thinking they're worthless, when in fact, they could be worth thousands? Speaking of value, let's talk numbers, because this is where the story gets even more gripping. In the current market, these coins are in high demand. Collectors, investors, and auction houses are all vying for them. Some recent sales have seen the 1995 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny fetch staggering prices, with dedicated buyers willing to pay top dollar. Imagine walking into an auction or an online marketplace, listing your coin, and watching bids climb higher and higher. Isn't it thrilling to think that a coin as small as 1 cent could be worth a figure you'd never expect? And here's a pattern interrupt: yes, I know what you're thinking, 1 cent. Really? But trust me, in the world of rare coins, 1 cent can indeed mean millions in potential. Now, let's pause and think about the bigger picture. How do people actually sell coins like this? The truth is, there are many avenues. You can go through auction houses, specialized coin dealers, or even online platforms that cater specifically to collectors. But here's the crucial part: timing and knowledge make all the difference. Selling a rare coin is not just about putting it on the market, it's about understanding its value, knowing the audience, and presenting it in a way that maximizes its worth. Have you ever wondered, how can I make money from coins, or how do people turn pocket change into millions? This is exactly the kind of question that separates those who succeed from those who walk away empty-handed, and let's not forget the thrill of discovery. Remember, many of these coins are still out there, waiting to be found. In your attic, your grandmother's old coin collection, or even tucked away in jars under the couch cushions, who knows where your 1995 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny might be hiding? That's the excitement. That's the potential. Every coin you examine could be your golden ticket. It's like a treasure hunt, but with money that could change your life. How many of us have dreamed of finding something valuable in our own homes? This is your chance to turn that dream into reality. Here's a thought that might reset your perspective: while we often look at pennies as trivial, in the world of rare coin collectors, they are priceless. Every detail, every mint mark, or the absence of one, tells a story, an American story of history, craftsmanship, and economic significance. And now, you have the opportunity to be part of that story. Isn't it exciting to think that by simply paying attention to your coins, you could step into a world where ordinary objects hold extraordinary value? But let's keep asking the questions that matter most to you. How do you sell old and rare coins in the USA? How do you ensure you get the highest price possible? What's the difference between selling to a local dealer versus an online auction? And most importantly, how do you protect yourself from underestimating the true value of your coin? The answers are within reach, and they start with awareness and action. The more you learn, the better your chance of turning a small find into a life-changing payday. And here's the exciting part: these coins are not just valuable today, they are increasing in demand every year. Collectors are constantly on the hunt, and each passing day makes the 1995 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny even more coveted. Imagine the feeling of holding a coin that not only represents a moment in history but also holds a fortune in your hand. Isn't that what we all want? Financial freedom, excitement, and the thrill of owning something truly special. Now, let's connect all these points. Scarcity, demand, timing, knowledge, and discovery, they all intertwine to create an opportunity that's rare in life and in coins. The fear of missing out, the excitement of finding, and the urgency to act are the very triggers that can turn a simple coin into a masterpiece of wealth. Ask yourself, are you going to leave those coins sitting in a drawer, or are you going to take a closer look and uncover hidden treasures? Because, let's face it, opportunity doesn't knock twice, especially when it comes in the form of a 1995 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny. We're diving into the fascinating story of the 2002 D. Lincoln 1-cent penny era, a coin that has collectors across the nation scrambling, auction houses buzzing, and everyday Americans realizing that hidden wealth could be lying in their very own change. Yes, what seems ordinary could be extraordinary. Could this be your lucky moment? Could a penny in your pocket be worth thousands, or even more? Let's start at the beginning. The year 2002 was a remarkable year in the United States, a time when families were focused on everyday life, coins were quietly minted, and few could have imagined that a small error in the Denver Mint could lead to one of the most valuable pennies of the modern era. What makes the 2002 D. Lincoln penny so special? It's not just about the year or the mint mark. It's about a rare error, a minting mistake so unique that it transforms a simple penny into a collector's treasure. Imagine holding a coin that, if sold at the right time and in the right market, could fetch a sum that many would consider life-changing. How does a coin go from a pocket change to a piece of wealth that could be the start of your millionaire journey? Errors in coins happen more often than you might think. Sometimes the die is misaligned, sometimes the metal composition varies, and sometimes the mint makes a subtle slip that most people won't notice, but collectors absolutely will. The 2002 D penny often shows doubling, off-center strikes, or other anomalies that set it apart from every other penny in circulation. These errors aren't just mistakes, they are opportunities. And the demand? It's off the charts. Auction houses like Heritage and Stack's Bowers have reported bidding wars for pennies just like this. The question isn't just, how rare is it, but, could you be sitting on a coin that could sell for tens of thousands, or more? Have you checked the pennies in your drawer lately? Now, let's take a moment and think about the power of awareness. Many of us have pocket change lying around, forgotten jars filled with pennies, dimes, and quarters. Most people see these coins as insignificant, a few cents here and there, but what if I told you that the coin you toss in the cup at the coffee shop or drop in the parking meter could actually be a goldmine? The 2002 D. Lincoln penny error is a shining example of this phenomenon. It's a modern-day treasure that proves fortune doesn't only belong to those born into it. It belongs to the observant, the patient, the curious. How can you turn this awareness into action? How can you identify a coin that might be worth far more than face value? Think about the stories you've heard. Maybe your grandparents or parents mentioned coins worth money, but you didn't think much of it. Imagine if you had taken that advice seriously. Would you be one of the collectors today? Would you have had a chance to sell a 2002 D. Lincoln penny for a small fortune? Here's the exciting truth: you don't need decades of experience to benefit. You just need to know what to look for, and you need to act. When a coin like this hits the market, the excitement is palpable. Bidders in auction houses feel a rush, collectors call their dealers frantically, and suddenly, what was a humble penny becomes the center of attention. Are you ready to seize that moment? Are you ready to discover the potential hidden in your own collection? But let's pause and ask a few critical questions. How do you sell old rare coins? How do you find the right buyer who understands the true value of your coin? How do you turn a penny into thousands without getting lost in the sea of offers that might undervalue your treasure? These questions aren't hypothetical, they are essential for anyone who wants to navigate the lucrative world of coin collecting and selling. And here's a little secret that many collectors overlook: presentation matters. Coins that are properly graded, authenticated, and showcased often fetch far higher prices. Have you ever wondered why some coins sell for tens of thousands while others barely make a fraction? It's the difference between seeing your coin as mere metal or recognizing it as history, as an investment, as a pathway to financial freedom. Let's inject a little humor here because, honestly, who hasn't found a coin in the couch cushions and thought, well, maybe I'll finally buy that sports car. But the truth is, sometimes the coin you find isn't just for fun, it's a ticket to opportunity. A 2002 D Lincoln penny error might just be your golden ticket. Imagine sitting down at your favorite auction house, your coin in hand, and seeing bids skyrocket beyond anything you could have imagined. That thrill, that rush, it's real, and it's waiting for those who act. So, what's holding you back from checking that jar of pennies right now? Could one of them be worth more than your wildest dreams? Now, let's connect the dots. This coin isn't just about money, it's about empowerment. It's about realizing that wealth can be found in unexpected places. It's about understanding that knowledge, curiosity, and action can transform the smallest coin into a symbol of abundance. And let's be honest, in today's fast-paced world, opportunity doesn't wait. The collectors and buyers who move quickly are the ones who reap the rewards. What could you do if you discovered a 2002 D Lincoln penny error in your collection? Could it change your lifestyle? Could it allow you to finally live the life you've dreamed of? Could it be the start of a journey from pocket change to millions? And here's where urgency comes into play. Coins like the 2002 D Lincoln penny error are in high demand, and the market moves fast. Auctions close, offers expire, and the chance to sell at maximum value doesn't linger. Have you ever regretted not acting fast enough? This is that moment for coins. Collectors are waiting. Dealers are ready. The clock is ticking. If you have a coin like this, now is the time to explore its true value. How do you authenticate it? How do you find the right auction house? How do you ensure you're getting top dollar? These are questions that can't wait because every day you delay, the market shifts, and opportunities can pass by. So, how do you begin this journey? Start by examining your coins. Look for unusual markings, double dies, misaligned strikes, or any subtle difference from your standard Lincoln pennies. Research recent auction results and compare. Reach out to reputable dealers or grading services. Ask questions. Demand answers. Knowledge is your most powerful tool in turning a 2002 D Lincoln penny error into a fortune. Could a simple search and a few phone calls lead to an offer that exceeds your imagination? Absolutely. And isn't it exciting to think that wealth could be just a coin away? Finally, let's imagine the conclusion, the payoff. You found your coin, verified its authenticity, listed it in a reputable auction, and watched as bids climb higher and higher. The excitement builds, your heart races, and then, it sells. You've just transformed a simple penny into an investment that could redefine your life. From pocket change to a significant sum, from overlooked to celebrated, this is the power of recognizing opportunity, taking action, and understanding value. And yes, the current market value for a highly sought-after 2002 D Lincoln penny error can reach maximum dollars, a sum that seems almost impossible for a coin so small, yet entirely achievable for those who know how to play the game wisely.